Mimi Syed is an emergency medicine physician who has been on 2 medical missions to Gaza and was recently denied entry to the Gaza Strip with 2 other medics. She joins me now live from Olympia in Washington. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. Were you planning to go to Nasser Hospital? Had you been able to get to Gaza again?
Most likely we almost always stop there. And in my last 2 missions, I was stationed at Nasser Hospital. And I think this is, I'm hearing this Netanyahu statement saying this is a tragic mishap. This is anything but a mishap. There are so many pieces of evidence that point to the opposite, that this was a deliberate, calculated, a strategic strike. All WHO members and healthcare workers like myself were recently denied from entering. Not to mention, right before this attack happened, about half hour before, all of the foreign aid workers inside of Nasser Hospital were called out, physically called out for an emergency arbitrary meeting. And there were no exceptions. So you couldn't join this virtually. You had to leave the hospital. Half hour after that, the hospital was struck. The Wi-Fi was taken out until this morning. And then this morning, this strike happens early this morning. This is where all of the journalists, all of the foreign aid workers used to go for Wi-Fi signal. I remember standing in the same hallway, in the same stairwell on the 4th floor of Nasser Hospital. That's where all of the foreign aid workers slept and lived. This is where we would go to call our family members to use the Wi-Fi. The Israeli military knows very well who goes there and knows very well that the journalists use the Wi-Fi signal to do most of their media reporting. So this was anything but mishap. This was completely calculated.
Indeed, it was. And I mean, what I find mind-boggling is the fact that this is not the first time journalists are being targeted in the Gaza Strip by Israel. More than 200 journalists have been killed over the past almost 2 years now. But every time we see a pattern, journalists killed by Israel, then there is some condemnation, then there are more journalists killed in Gaza, and then again there is condemnation. But when it comes to putting Israeli forces to account, nothing has happened. So as someone who has been to Gaza on multiple missions to help the Palestinians over there, what do you think this must make the journalists in Gaza feel?
I mean, this is a death sentence to be a journalist in Gaza. This is the most journalists killed in any modern warfare in history. It's unheard of. And they keep using this narrative that, oh, they are either Hamas or it was an accident. It is anything but an accident. And all of these lies about them being associated with Hamas, it's all garbage. At this point, Israel has absolutely no credibility left. They have blatant lies. I mean, these journalists, these are people. These are not numbers. Hala Asfour was a female journalist that was killed today. She was due to get married to a fellow journalist very soon. I mean, these are the people that they're killing. They're innocent people trying to expose the truth and the atrocities that Israel is committing on the people of Gaza, and they are being punished for it and targeted, just like the healthcare workers have been targeted and the entire healthcare system has been targeted. They are not going to stop until every single journalist is annihilated, until someone does something, until some concrete action is taken. We cannot accept this as a reason. We cannot accept their rhetoric and their lies.
Dr. Syed, do you think they're going to stop with the journalists? Because I'm afraid they don't just target journalists in the Gaza Strip. Medics have come under targets. Aid workers have come under Israeli attacks. So what do you think is Netanyahu's end game here when it comes to aid workers, journalists, and medical staff?
Yeah, you're right. All healthcare workers are targeted there. I just saw a clip, from Al Jazeera as well, showing the doctor, the head doctor, standing in front of Nasser Hospital, saying that they were struck, and they were struck again, right on camera, right on live camera. The rescue workers, in this so-called double tap bombing, they were rescuing casualties from the first hit, and they were hit again on live camera. There's nothing to argue here. It's in plain sight, live streaming in front of the whole world to see. What more evidence do you need? I mean, the plans have been pretty clear by Israeli officials and the prime minister himself. They are looking to annihilate the people of Gaza. They do not want to stop, nor do they have any any hopes to stop, any intention of stopping. Matt Miller, the former spokesperson of the White House State Department, just recently spoke to Channel 13 as well, saying that Netanyahu was the person that was hindering calling a truce with Gaza because they have absolutely no intention of stopping this. They want to continue this for decades if they can.
Right, and if you look at the past 2 years, I think, Dr. Syed, it's fair to say that one of the primary reasons why Israel is killing journalists in the Gaza Strip is because Israel does not want Palestinians or journalists to document its war crimes. And of course,
That's
we
right.
are seeing catastrophic conditions unfold on the ground. The UN has recently declared what's happening in Gaza City is a famine. What are you hearing from your sources on the ground about the deteriorating humanitarian conditions over there?
Yeah, and to your point, this is the reason why foreign doctors like myself are denied entry as well. We expose what we see. We show the world the evidence that's in plain sight that is undeniable. As far as this famine goes, the stage 5 famine that was announced, none of my colleagues and I are surprised about this. Palestinians, as well as us, we have been screaming that this is going to happen. This was not something that just snuck up on us and just happened. It's not just coincidence. This has been happening. We saw signs of this happening last year. When I was there in December, I remember reporting on acute malnourishment in children that I was seeing.